What's going on, guys? Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to Operation Radar, turn 7 for the Allied forces. Well, as we saw in 7-1 for the North Koreans, it is not looking good for our Allied forces. So, let's get into it. All right, South Korea with 16, but 5 infantry. They're not going to conduct any combat. They're not even really going to do any non-combats. They're just going to hold tight and deploy another 5 infantry to the 8th Army. Whoops. Come on. Next, U.S. with 50. They are buying a transport, 2 destroyers, since our Navy is becoming very vulnerable. 3 infantry for the 45th Infantry Division. We have the 180th, the 179th, and the 279th. They also bought a AAA and 4 supply. Combat this turn, the Americans are. There was that. I was contemplating an attack against 1st KPA, but I just don't think we have the strength yet. So it is just going to be non-combats. All right. We're bringing the 2nd Infantry Division into the line with 8th Army, along with a AAA, so that'll help, along with another supply. We've added another destroyer to the fleet. Another transport to the fleet. I am going to have to make sure to consolidate this a little bit more. But, I mean, for the most part, we know where everything is. Rats. Well, fine, we'll just keep the 2nd Infantry right here for now. If I have to activate 1st, 9th, or 10th Corps, we can always do that as well. And then coming back over to here, moving the 7th Division. Oh, 1 second. Real quick. South Korea bringing in more supply, shipping in more supplies for the Allies at Busan. This is nice. We have a massive. Okay, so that's South Korea. So back to the U.S. All right, next. They have another strategic bomber with a cargo aircraft that is also carrying 5 supply. Boy, we really are stockpiling supply on this beachhead now. Good God. This might be a mistake. I hope not, but it's looking like it might be. And then continuing on, 1st Marine. Got some aircraft. Moving 3rd Division. Getting these forces up. And then at the end of the turn, collecting 50. All right, and then the UN with 26 bought a transport, a destroyer, and 2 infantry. There'll be no combat for these gentlemen, just some non-combats. We're going to move you there as a blocker. Keep the rest of the forces here content. Coming back over, we have another landing of resupply for a couple more infantry. And another transport aircraft. Well, actually, I might take this transport aircraft. Nah, what am I doing? Okay, it's 2 transport. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the UN has 2 transport aircraft with some more infantry. Let's scale these down just a hair. Facing some heavy issues going forward. Okay, then back to the track. And then you guys moved up on the track. And, oh, South Korea forgot to collect. That's 13, so South Korea will have 14 IPC. And the UN will go back to 20. Oof. Like I said, guys, it's not looking all that hot for the Allies. They're getting some more forces in, but at least now the North should not be able to rampage into Busan. I think we have a strong enough defense force here in Busan now to stop the enemy from getting in. But I don't know if it'll be enough to launch a counterattack, but we will have to see. All right, so coming up, Communists are winning 27-10, and we are moving on to turn 8, January 1951, which also means if the U.S. so chooses at the beginning of this turn, well, you know what? We'll just roll this now. So, starting January 1951, the U.S. player may introduce atomic weaponry to the war. Roll 1 die. So we got to get a 4, 5, or 6 to be allowed to deploy the weapons. Now we could unlock the weapons but never use them, because again, the issue with using atomic weapons is we would bring the Soviet Union into the fight, and I don't think that's something that we really want to consider actually doing. But let's at least see. Roll 1 to just get the dice going. Roll 2. Okay, all right. Well, the U.S. will have the ability to use atomic weapons if it wants to. It does now have that option. But so that is going to be it for turn 7, and we will see you guys next time for turn 8. So until then, guys, as always, take care.